The Regina and Region Home Builders Association represents over 280 businesses involved in the residential construction industry in Regina. Our industry plays a fundamental role in Regina's growth and prosperity. As families relocate to our city, our industry creates new neighborhoods and builds the new houses that they will call home.
At our core value is we build communities. We build places for people to live, raise their families, work, and play. It actually takes about 5 years from the time you start the process till somebody's actually living in a house. Ultimately, it goes to the Regina Planning Commission for review and then off to City Council for review.
Our industry contributes into the economy by creating thousands of jobs and millions of dollars in wages that show up in purchases right across the whole economy. We generate hundreds of millions of dollars in household investment value yearly, which is the single largest wealth builder, creating long-term security for many Regina families.
The association is so huge when you really look at all the builders as a whole. If you look at the suppliers and the trades as a whole and all the people that have come to Regina to make it their home and build other homes for others. I think when you look at Saskatchewan as a whole, there's more people making more money here than they've ever have, and that's attracting others. I think that this will continue to be sustainable and we will continue to see growth as long as we can continue to have access to land and the developers can continue to bring service land to the builders and to the consumer at an affordable rate. There will be continuing growth in all areas of Regina.
Our association believes in the right of all Regina citizens to decent, safe, and appropriate housing. We believe home ownership is sound public policy and that Regina citizens should have a reasonable opportunity to own their own home. Quality housing, housing affordability, and a diversity of housing options are key issues in Regina, and we are ensuring that these underlying considerations in the housing product we bring to market.
I think comfort and confidence from a consumer comes from understanding the quality construction. The technology and the trades and the attention to detail in today's homes is just as outstanding compared to what it's been. And again, that's even from in the last 10 years, not just the last 70.
So the real key trends are more dense neighborhoods and a lot more diversity. And in my mind, it's a good recipe and it's a healthy trend. It makes for a much more interesting place to live. We have to look at providing different housing forms that people can afford, but still get good value.
One significant myth most citizens have is that their tax dollars are paying for growth. In fact, when it comes to the cost of infrastructure for new development in Regina, growth pays for growth. The new community itself pays for every cost it incurs in the development, from roads and sewer and water infrastructure to every streetlight, right down to every blade of grass. Environmental stewardship is another key issue for our industry as the climate change becomes a central environmental issue of our time. We are proud to say that in Regina, we are the current leaders in the ratio of new homes built as either Energy Star or R2000 certified in Canada. In fact, energy use today is actually 66% less than a home built in 1975 and 30% less than a home built as recently as 2005.
Building green has definitely been a focus for all the builders in Regina, and that's driven mostly in part because of the consumer coming in and demanding that if they're going to put the money out for a brand new home, they want to know that they have quality construction. And a very good way to judge your quality of construction is how efficient will your house be to live in after possession.
Our community developers are taking the lead in environmental stewardship by incorporating principles of sustainability in their new neighborhood design.
The environmental piece starts at land use, and it doesn't mean no land use. That's not good for the economy, that's not good for housing, that's not good for anything. And so the current trends that we're coming forward with a lot of our plans, in fact all of our plans, is more mixed use. The new sort of commercial type of components in a neighborhood are centered around a main street, which is what we used to do 60 or 100 years ago. And then the residential is sort of spun off of those main street ideas. In our new neighborhoods, what we're trying to promote is all forms of transportation. Driving a car, taking the bus, walking, cycling. So if you've got a proper land use plan, people will be more inclined to use different modes of transportation as opposed to just driving all the time.
Our association is highly consumer focused and the touch point for consumer information. Our logo has become a symbol of quality and professionalism for consumers.
The Regina Region Home Builders Association logo is a very recognizable logo. It's connected with the logo that's used by the national body, the Canadian Home Builders Association. And that logo in itself connotates a level of expertise, credibility, good business practices.
You know, being a member of the Regina Home Builders Association definitely made the choice easier, especially due to the fact that, you know, we didn't have any experience with Pacer in Regina. Them being a member of the RRHBA showed us that, you know, they had their credentials. They weren't just a fly-by-night operation, somebody showing up and you weren't sure if they're going to be around next year. You know, leaving our deposit with them, you know, we had some comfort knowing that, you know, that they had gone through the credentials that the RRHBA wanted in place to become a home builder in town.
With Pacesetter Homes being part of the Regina Home Builders Association, it just gave us that confidence that that warranty is in place, and at the end of the day, we're going to be happy, and they're going to be happy that they were able to fulfill their promises, essentially.
Successful industries are constantly moving forward, and the public can count on our industry to continue to pursue innovation and bringing sound and affordable product to market in a variety of forms while practicing environmental stewardship. And count on us to continue to advocate to keep Regina growing. The growth of our city contributes to the prosperity for us all.
It's record-setting and unprecedented, I think, in our time. The home building industry in Regina has been very busy. Booming is, I'm not even sure the right word for it. It's been very exciting to be a part of growing Regina as a city.